Good morning. Um, I'm Dinaraj. My metric number is 10DTP 22F1035. Today I gonna discuss about our introduction. I directly go to my point. Okay, a fire accident can be caused by many hazards such as a propane tank and defective product, a vehicle crash, or poor workplace safety. Because of burns and can be result of many kind of accidents, there is not standard legal process for dealing with them other than filing a negligence or workers compensation claim. However, because burns frequently leave permanent complication and even disfiguring scars, settlement tends to be higher when burns are present. An injury attorney is especially important for burns cases, as victims may have to face lifelong expenses as a result of their injuries. Here got an introduction also. Here diagram shows that this is the fire triangle and it's a tetrahedron because there are 4 elements that must be present for a fire to exit. There must be oxygen to sustain combustion, heat to raise the material to its ignition temperature, fuel to support the combustion and chemical reaction between the other 3 elements. This is the fire triangle is very important to us, so we need to know about that.
My name is Praveen Lingaswaran. I'm from JKM DTP Satwa. My metric number is 10 DTP 22F1027. I'm here to talk about what we need to do when there is a fire starts inside lecture room, lecture hall. I have listed 6 main things that we need to do. The first point is ask student to calm down. If in that situation we got stressed or we get more panic, the smallest issue will be get more big if the students are get panic. The second thing is follow the emergency route. In every lecture hall there was an emergency route to exit from the lecture hall. The third point is take the student to a safe place. Need to prepare a emergency location to the students assembly if there is a issue happen. The fourth point is we need to gather in an open space. The assembly area must be in an open space, because the fire, if is an open space, the fire will not be conduct to that place. The fifth point is if the fire was it's a small fire, it's caused about a pepper burn or a burn from starts with a candle or something. The teacher will extinguish the fire with the fire extinguisher which is placed at the lecture hall, inside the lecture hall. The sixth point is if the fire is big, call the fire department to we need to inform the fire department and have to do a report to them to come and extinguish the fire and save the students from that situation. These are the 6 main points that I have learned in occupational safety and health. These are the 6 points that I note and the main things we need to do if there was a fire started.
Good morning, sir. My name is Raghavendra Rao. My metric number is 10DTP 22F1036. I like to talk about fire exchanger. Water fuel exchanger fire by taking the heat element of a fire triangle, forming agent also separate oxygen element from other elements. Water type exchanger are for class A fires. Only they should not be used on class B or C fires. The discharge stream can separate flammable liquid in class B fires or can create a shock hazard in class C fires. Number 2, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide exchanger exceeds fire by taking the oxygen element of the fire triangle and also emit heat with very cool discharge. Carbon dioxide can be used for class B and C fires. They are usually differentiated or class F fires. Number 3, wet chemicals. Wet chemicals are a new agent that extinguish fire by removing the heat on the fire triangle and prevents re-ignition by creating a break between the oxygen elements and the fuel. Class K, when chemical fire extinguishers are used in commercial cooking operation, some can also be used in class F fire in commercial kitchens. Dry powder. Dry powder extinguisher extinguished by fire spreading fuel from the oxygen element or by removing the gas. That's all I think.
Assalamualaikum sir, my name is Muhammad Amar bin Azhar from DTP 1A. Today I want to present about what causes fire in industrial and manufacturing properties. As can be seen, electrical appliance, smoking and clutter can be contributing factors to fires on campus. Next, I want to talk about what causes fire in industrial and manufacturing properties. These types of fires often cause large-scale losses, and even though structural fires account for only 20% of industrial and manufacturing fires, they are the cause of the greatest losses. Structural fires are the cause of nearly half of all civilian deaths, 80% of civilian injuries, and account for the greatest losses in properties damage. The first cause is electrical hazards. Faulty electrical equipment such as faulty connections, overloaded outlets and circuits, and loose wiring or wiring not up to code top the list as the single biggest cause of workplace fires. This is the common cause of structural fires due to the fact that every building has electricity, and this can happen anywhere, in warehouse, retail stores, and business office. You can help to prevent electrical fires with awareness and prevention methods such as maintenance and training. Best practice to implement immediately including unplug temporary equipment when not in use. Second, do not use extension cords and never consider them a permanent solution. Third is do not overload electrical circuits or equipment. Fourth is maintain good housekeeping practice and do not allow hazardous material or combustible dust near machinery and equipment. Last is use anti-static equipment when required by OSHA. The second cause of fire in manufacturing properties is by machinery and equipment. Machinery and equipment are a leading cause of industrial fires and include fires start by lighting and electrical equipment, heating equipment, cooking equipment, shop tools, and other industrial equipment. Furnaces that are not properly installed and any type of electrical equipment from pencil sharpeners to industrial presses rigging, several tons can be a fire hazard. Anything with friction and moving parts or equipment that use hot oils like hydraulic fluids or any machine that can create a spark or malfunction can potentially be a fire hazard. It can be prevented by maintaining awareness, good housekeeping practice, and routine maintenance. Number 3 is hot work. Hot work is one of the leading causes of industrial fires in all industries and includes welding and touch cutting, but also includes soldering, heating, burning, or brazing. All of these activities pose a fire hazard, especially when used in the vicinity of combustible, dust, hot oils, or flammable materials. Spark can travel more than 35 feet and great cautions must be used during hot work process. Number 4 is combustible dust. Combustible dust is a major cause of fires in many industries such as metalworking, woodworking, chemical manufacturing, pharmaceutical, food manufacturing, and many others. Materials such as metals, chemicals, food and dyes, and even materials that may not be combustible in their original large form can be highly combustible in dust form. Just about any material can generate combustible dust, making it important for every business to practice good housekeeping and keep areas clean and clear from dust. This is especially important around electrical machinery and hot work tools. Thus, if flammable liquids and gas, there is always a risk when working with flammable liquids and gas. You can mitigate risk by following all safety precautions and wearing protective equipment. Control all ignition source and keep them far away from flammable liquids which should be stored according to OSHA compliance procedures. By knowing the top cause of industrial manufacturing fires and following all safety precautions to prevent them, you can help to reduce devastating loss of life and property damage.
Conclusion. Our firefighters are sworn to protect and serve the people in their community. Home safety first are a powerful and effective tools to protect and serve. When you respond to fire and the people are waiting for you outside, they are safe and you and the other firefighters are safer too. Firefighters are the lifesaver for us, so they help us to save our life from the fire. Next, here got a little bit of the rules and regulations and the whole conclusion about the fire accidents. You guys can go through for that. I think I read it, it's a little bit of so boring, so just go through. Thank you. This is from us.